Well, here we are again, it's Brother Peter with tidbits from the Word. We are in Proverbs chapter 31, talking about a virtuous woman. This is the second excerpt of the day, and we are looking at verse 12. It says, "She will do him good and not evil all the days of her life. She will seeketh wool and flax. She worketh willingly with her hands. She is like a merchant ship. She bringeth forth food from afar. She riseth also while it is yet night, and giveth meat to her household, and portions to her maidens. She considereth a field, and buyeth it with the fruit of her hands. She planteth a vineyard. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She preserveth that her merchandise is good. She really perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle goeth not out by night. She layeth her hands on the spindle, and her hands hold the distaff." Listen, this is a woman who not only knits, who not only works the wool, but she spins the wool. When it comes time late at night, and it's time really, she should be sacking out for the night. She got to spin a few spools of wine with the distaff and the spindle, and spin the spinning wheel. And you've seen the old picture of how they took it and they weaved the wool together and they did it. And here's a lady that is going to make something all the time. She's going to make good of all her time. Her time is not wasted. Her time is used in something that will prosper in the days to come. And her husband won't have to worry about her. Not only is she a morally perfect woman, and like we saw back in verse 10, but she is an invaluable woman. There's not many out here today in this new generation that we could say invaluable or moral women. They are not listening to their grandmothers and their grandfathers. They're not listening to their mothers and their fathers. And they are getting in trouble younger and younger, and finding out, looking back, that they've been in immorality. Another thing, in verse 11 it said, she is totally trustworthy. She is a trustworthy woman. You never have to worry about her doing anything immoral, not only sexually, but stealing or lying or cheating, or treating somebody bad, or taking somebody that doesn't belong to her. You don't have to worry. This woman is a straightforward woman. If you hired her by the hour, you would not have to keep up with her hours. She would keep them exactly right. If anything, she would give you more than she turned in. And she is a good and true. She is a good, true person. Good, true person. And she is consecrated to what she does. Everything she does, she's consecrated to it, and does it with perfection. And like it said that down here in verse 19, she layeth her hand to the spindle, and that verse means that she is skillful, she is thrifty, she has learned how to do more than just the norm, what a normal everyday woman would do. She has gone beyond that, and she has a respect and a popularity of the people around her, and the people that know her, and the people that see how she has gone. She's clever. Look at verse 22. She's clever. She maketh coverings and tapestry and clothes of silk and purple. She is a clever woman. She knows how to decorate the bedroom. She knows how to decorate the living room. She knows how to decorate the house. She knows how to make the curtains hang in the hallway, so when her husband comes home, that when he opens the door, he has a pleasant thing to see that his wife has done and made it pleasant for him. His house is his castle, and he is the king in his house. and she is the queen. A good queen will have a good king. A good king will have a good queen. Do you treat your wife like a queen, fellow? Do you treat your husband like a king, lady? If you do not, then you have a problem in your home. And that problem is that you're not the queen and he's not the king. You have two people abiding in a house and don't know really what you are yet. You need to figure that out. And once you figure that out, then it will be good. She girdeth her loins with strength, and strengtheneth her arms. She makes sure that she's not sitting around the house, watching TV, getting flabby, getting fat, getting more weight on her than she ought to have, and she has worked at keeping herself with some strength in her arm and doing what she needs to do. Do you know it takes strength to wash floors? It doesn't just take strength of the mind to wash floor. It takes strength in the arms. But I personally, I'm a man. Do you think I could get up every day and do what my wife does? No way under the sun. No way under the sun could I clean this house every day and be happy doing it. I couldn't do it. Yet my wife is more than happy to do it. She scrubs the varnish off the floors every 3 months. You got to put new varnish on the floors because they wore the varnish off the floors. She is an ardent housekeeper. And this is a virtuous woman. All virtuous women have these same virtues. That they keep a clean house. They make it a wonderful place for when the husband comes home. He knows he's going to walk in to that nice, clean, vibrant smell of the house that the wife has done. And that she perhaps has supper cooked already. Different people eat at different times. We eat late in the evening too some. And so we never know for sure, I never know for sure when she's going to be cooking because we eat at different times. But I do know she's going to be cooking because we're going to have a meal. Verse 18, she perceiveth that her merchandise is good. Her candle doesn't go out by night. By night she has worked and packed up and got ready for the next day. She has made sure that the merchandise that she has is good. There are many things you could read in to some of these verses that would fit in many, many ways. In many ways, there are many things that would fit. She's a respected person. Let's put it that way. She's respected by all that know her. She is a popular person. She also is a prosperous and a prudent person. Because she's prosperous in the fact that she is a proper homemaker. There is not going to be 15, 18, 20, 35 years of marriage and then busted up. It's not going to happen. It's going to be the way it ought to be. Love is going to get better, not worse. You say, when you get older, Brother Peter, what about it? Well, what about it? When you do get older, you'll know. If you're not older yet. And those of you who are older know that there's more to life than what there just was when you were young. Now, you thought that there were some things when you were young you could live without. Now that you've got older, you find out that that's not all that love is. Love is being happy with each other on a continual basis, 24/7, all the time, every day. And when you're not together, you miss being together. And when you do go somewhere, you say, hey, go with me, babe. You want to go together. You don't grab the dog up and say, come on, pup mutt, and take the dog and leave the wife. As a general rule, you don't take your wife with you. And so this is what we're talking about. A virtuous woman in Proverbs 31. One that draws her husband through the years closer and closer and closer to herself rather than making a further and further away gap. Oh, what a sin and a shame it is today that I see older folks that even live in different dwellings on the same property because they can't stand each other, because they haven't taken care of the things that they should have the way they should have done it. Well, our time has come and gone. It's Brother Peter. I'll see you next time. This is Tidbits from the Word. Bye-bye.